Hey guys, it's Heather from Cookies for Breakfast here with the week 37 update vlog. I feel like that is some kind of a big milestone, week 37. It's not full term. I put a link in the blog post about how the definitions of term, full term, early term, late term, all that have changed relatively recently. So, which I actually think is awesome because definitely babies who are born at 37 weeks have much different health outcomes than babies born at 40 weeks. So it's not to say that terrible things would happen if I had a baby this early, but it's definitely the longer they're in there, the better. So I definitely believe that, keeping them in there as long as possible is definitely the best way to go if you have a say about it. So I'm glad that I'm still here and there's no baby here yet. But I'll be honest, I'm actually filming this an entire week late. I'm actually filming this on the first day of week 38. So spoiler alert, still here for that too. So anyway, week 37 was like relatively uneventful. There's not a whole lot going on. I started twice a week chiropractor visits just to make sure everything is in line for labor and birth. So that's good. I'm excited for that. Excuse me. Still have the cough. I actually would love to go back and see how long this has been going on, but I think it's been almost 2 months. Because we've been in the new house for over a month, and I think I had the cough for a month when I was living with my parents. So back then I was like, oh, I hope the cough is gone by the time I have the baby. Oh, wouldn't it like, it's just madness that you would never still have it at that time, and I still do. So week 37, the happenings, my mom and I took Benjamin to this like Enchanted Wonderland thing. It's like it's kind of in our area, so we did that. It was like a decent amount of walking, so it's kind of frustrating how tired that I get now, and definitely the like full body weakness, exhaustion that I think I've talked about before is getting worse. So honestly, like even if I'm in the kitchen like making lunch, sometimes I need to sit down, like because I just get like my whole body goes weak. And it's unrelated to blood sugar because I've tested around those times, and it just seems to be like a completely random occurrence. I really don't know what causes it or where it's coming from, but it's a little scary to think about having your whole body go weak in labor, but hopefully the adrenaline of the whole situation will keep things going. So we did that. Made Christmas cookies with Benjamin, and I actually went to our neighborhood holiday party. All of our neighbors where we live now are like super close. They like all hang out together all the time, and they have big neighborhood parties a couple times a year. So Derek had to stay home and watch Benjamin, so I went and got to meet everybody. So that was kind of fun. We did that. This week I also fit in a hospital tour, which I was actually getting nervous that we weren't going to be able to do. Derek wasn't able to make it because he was stuck at work that day. So I at least got to see the hospital where we'll be delivering, rather than just kind of blindly go there. And granted, I was there in the like emergency triage area when I had to go to the hospital probably like a month and a half ago. But I got to see like the actual labor rooms, the recovery rooms where you stay after the baby's born, and got to see all of that. So now I feel kind of a sense of relief that I at least know where I'm going and what it's going to look like. The most disappointing part of that is that they have a birthing center inside the hospital. So it's kind of like going to a birthing center, like a freestanding birthing center, but it's in a hospital, which is just awesome. But because I'm going for a VBAC, they don't allow me to go to that part of the hospital. So it really stinks. I was really excited because they, like getting an epidural in that unit is not an option. Like you can't have one. Once you're there, you can't have one. And just the fact of knowing that I could be somewhere, and even if I wanted one, I couldn't have one. It's just like, I don't know, I really like that because then I wouldn't be able to kind of break down and get one anyway. And I guess if you desperately wanted one, they would probably transfer you to the other regular labor wing. And I actually had thought before I went and saw it, I knew that I wasn't allowed to have the baby in that part of the hospital, but I just assumed it was because it was really far away from the operating room. So like if I had an emergency and needed a C-section like within minutes, it would take them too long for me to get there. It's actually right next to the operating room. It's like the operating room is here, and then like the alternative birth room is right next door. Like they're like right next to each other. So I guess the reasoning behind is that I will need continuous fetal monitoring during labor, and they don't do that in those rooms, which honestly, like they can just wheel the machine down, and they actually are planning on changing the rules for the center in the near future, I think, to allow that, but they haven't done it in time for me, which really stinks. So they won't do it. So that's a big bummer. So I mean, this hospital is definitely the best in our area. They do a lot of cutting edge things, a lot of crunchy things actually are like standard protocol there. Things that I was planning on asking for anyway, but I think it's just kind of neat that I don't have to like specifically ask for it, even though they will be in the birth plan anyway, just in case. But they do delayed cord clamping there, like without asking. They do delayed bathing of the baby without asking. So all those things, like that's awesome. I'm super excited about. So they do a lot of research there. So they're more kind of ahead of the curve than other hospitals would be. So I don't know. I am kind of concerned because I honestly have no idea if January is a popular month to have a baby. I don't think it is. I've actually, you can find charts on like birth data, and I think summer is the most popular month for births. And I want to say January is on the lower end. I don't remember. But the labor rooms, not all of them have showers. So if you want medication-free birth, which I do, you can usually get a lot of pain relief from water. So either being in the shower or being in a tub. So if it was packed that day, it's possible I might not get a shower. They do have like a labor tub. You can't have a water birth, but you can obviously use the tub for like pain relief while you're in labor. And there's only one. So, and supposedly it's very underutilized, and the chances of there be like two people fighting over it is unlikely. But with my luck, I would get there and somebody would be in it. And if somebody's waiting for it, you get 45 minutes. Then it takes them 45 minutes to clean it, and then the next person gets in. So if you're in there for 45 minutes and they kick you out, you're not going to be in there again for another couple hours. So hopefully we don't need to worry about that. Hopefully we'll just be deserted, and that won't be an issue. I am actually excited because we have a jacuzzi tub in our new house. So I am very excited that because I'm planning on waiting a long time to go to the hospital, so to avoid any unnecessary interventions and hopefully put off getting an epidural permanently, but at least put it off for as long as possible. I'm definitely thinking that would be really good for when I'm laboring at home. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, I went there. I met somebody there who's actually in a very similar situation that I am. She has a son who's a little bit younger than Benjamin. She's having a VBAC, and we were both like, we want to be in this birthing center. She goes to my practice, so we found a lot of similarities. It was nice to meet somebody like that because you don't often meet people who are going for a VBAC. You just don't. It seems to be kind of a more rare thing. At least I've never actually met anybody in real life who has, actually no, I shouldn't say that. I have met one or two people, but you don't typically hear about that. So it was nice to meet somebody who was in a similar situation. So hopefully that all goes well. Got some toy playing going on over there. Let's see, what else? Baby's like super active, which I'm really surprised about at this point because it's like should be getting really tight in there. Yeah? I'll help you fix it. That's why you don't knock it on the floor. Legos. So yeah, I'm surprised that the baby's this active at this time because there's really not a whole lot of room in there, so I don't expect to see huge movements like I have been, but it makes it more fun. I love seeing it. It's kind of a fun feeling. It doesn't happen super often that I can like see a lot of movement. It's usually at night, like if I'm sitting a certain way. You can kind of see it moving. So, but that's it. That's pretty much it for week 37. I'll probably be filming week 38 tomorrow. So I'll do a bump shot, but it's going to look almost exactly like it does in the week 38 video. And that is all for week 37. So I will see you very soon for week 38. Bye.